Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Jay, but your boy's name is real, Jason. This is the Off the Field podcast with your boy, and today I got a special guest. Shout out to him. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Evan Shank, and I'm his guest. Go check out my channel. Go check out my channel, Evan's Edits.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I leave all those in description down below. This is the first guest on my podcast. How long have you watched my videos?
Couple months now.
Couple of months.
I think I first saw you on TikTok lives, and then I just started watching all your videos. I think you deserve way more credit than you get for all your videos that you make.
That's man, I'm so grateful for that. I'm glad that you like my content, and I appreciate that. But was there a video that stood out to you that you was like, nah, I gotta follow him?
Really, no. I mean, all your videos are really good, in my opinion.
Wow, appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. I know I want to say it might be my first or second episode. I talked a little bit about mental health when it comes to doing the content creation side of things. I also got into behind the scenes and stuff like that. And I know that you have a YouTube channel, obviously. Are there any questions that you have for me as far as like how to really gain traction on YouTube?
I think I'm pretty good on that so far. I'm averaging about 1.8 thousand views of a short for my edits, so it's pretty good. I just need to work on my what's I forgot what it's called, but where you can see what you're looking at, because on TikTok you're just scrolling, but on YouTube you can actually select what video you want to watch.
Yeah. So
Got to make it look interesting.
Yeah, that's true. So I say this, I'm so glad that you're doing shorts. And a lot of people might say, nah, you should do long form because it keeps people on your channel more. Speaking from my experience, without short form, you probably would never have saw my videos.
Yeah.
Because I was just a long form creator for the longest time. When I first started, I think my first couple videos, I didn't have a camera. I wanted to be mysterious in a way. I didn't want people to know who I really was. But then I started to see that people wanted to see who I really was. So I started getting into that. But when YouTube Shorts came about, like, I was on it. But TikTok, on the other hand, and it's going to sound crazy when I say this, I did not have TikTok until I want to say 2023 or 24, somewhere around there.
Dang.
Is when I had TikTok. Yeah, because I thought of it like because I always heard the negatives, right? Oh, is this doom scrolling? You just scroll. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. And I'm not really a social media person anyway. But I think one of my first videos that really popped off for me was I did a horror gameplay. My first ever time doing that. And that's when I saw people liking my videos. And then I moved over to the football side, which is probably how you found me with the football and stuff like that. But yeah, how did you start?
It was always my dream. Actually, like 5 years ago, I started on YouTube, so I've been on for a good bit. It's been where I'll start posting a lot for a little bit, then I'll just kind of stop. Couldn't get out of it for a little bit. But I learned now that you have to be consistent, which I'm trying to be more. But I have stuff out of school, in school. This life gets in the way with it sometimes.
Yeah, I totally understand where you coming from with that. Yeah, consistency is key. For me, the longest, I say this though. like try to force yourself to post every day, because that's one thing I used to do, and I got burned. It's called burnout. Basically, what burnout is you keep on posting every day. Now you're like, ugh, like what do I do now? You know what I mean? Like I didn't posted everything. So that was my biggest thing is like burnout. I got burned out really easily in my early days of YouTube, really really easily, and it kind of made me like stop doing it. I was like, you know what? I'm not seeing the views. I'm putting all this work in, and yeah, for a long time I was like that. But yeah, what is there? Are you ever gonna move away from YouTube, like expand your your content?
Uh, I might. I'm trying to start posting on TikTok more because I always just use TikTok as just something to contact people more than really and just to scroll on than something that I can actually do because it's really easy to get like followers and stuff on TikTok, but just not something that you really want to spend time into.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of which, I was just talking with one of my friends, and he was like, people know you as a TikToker now, right? And I was kind of like, at first, I was kind of upset about it because I was like, I don't want to be known as a TikToker. But looking at it now, it's like TikTok is like the app that most young people use, right?
Mhm.
And I'm still young, even though they call me an unk. You know what I mean? I'm still young, but for people to recognize me and come up to me, like I had this interesting thing that happened to me. This probably was maybe 3 months ago. I was at the park and these kids came up to me, and one of the kids was like, "Oh, I watch your TikToks." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And they was like, "Can I get a picture?" We got a picture and everything, talked to them a little bit. But that's when I really was like, maybe it's not too bad that people know me from TikTok,
Yeah.
you know? Maybe it's not too bad. But was there a video of yours that you really was like proud of? Like, yeah, this the one.
There's one from me like a year or two ago, or actually even three, of it was just one of those things, and it had a little sound. It got 4.7 thousand views, I think 100 likes, a couple comments, but I was really proud of that one because it's my most viewed, and it was something that I could do with family because my uncle and my cousin were all in that short. That was just something I was really proud of.
Oh, okay, okay. So it was like a more like a family thing. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy to even think about because nowadays, like posting on TikTok, posting on shorts, like it can really build your following, it can make you from a zero follower to 1,000 or whatever, type of follower. When it comes to like your followers and stuff, right? Do you interact with them a lot, or are you more so like here and there?
If they ever wanna, like, DM me or anything, I'm up for that, or if they if I ever do a live or anything and they come in, yeah, I'll interact with them, it's just not I don't go above and beyond, I would say.
Nah, I totally understand you because when I first started getting like actual people commenting on my videos, I was trying to go above and beyond. I'm typing back every single comment,
Yeah.
responding and stuff like that. Nowadays, you will probably see me like a comment before I actually like comment something, unless it's like something that I really have to respond back to. But on the live streaming part, right? How do you feel about streaming? Like, how do you feel about it as a whole?
Uh, I really like streaming. I mean, because you can interact more with your audience, see what they start to like, just really get into what you should be doing to more boost what they wanna see. Because that's really what TikTok's all about, is having fun and really giving your followers entertainment and giving them what they want to see.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I totally feel what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this about me, but I did Twitch for like maybe 2 years before I really push forward with the Twitch thing. And I used to only stream once a year. Only the NFL draft. That was it. That's all I did.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, for the longest. And then I started to like think about like, oh, maybe the streaming stuff might be cool. Maybe. So I started streaming to Twitch. And the first one, he's my mod now on Twitch. I call him J Mod. He It was just a random night, and he commented. He was like, "Can I be the mod?" Now, I've never watched a Twitch stream before. I've only watched clips. I did not know what a mod was, so I'm like, "What does that even mean?" And he was like, "Oh, it's this and that." I was like, "Okay, how do I do that?" He walked me through it and stuff like that. And that's the night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream more. So then I streamed the next night, and the next night, and the next night. But then before, and I believe you came in right when I streamed on Tuesday for the first time. I believe that was like the first time I saw you. I was like, I can't stream every day.
Yeah.
Cause my goal was, I was like, I'm gonna stream every day. I couldn't do that though, cause I'm doing content for my main channel on YouTube, doing content elsewhere. So I was like, I can't do that. And I didn't want to come on camera and look fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys watch me for my reactions and stuff, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take Wednesdays off. Now, when Tuesday happened, that was probably the proudest moment I've ever had of streaming, of the Tuesdays, because all you guys come in. When I start doing it on TikTok, it is like all you guys, as soon as I press go live, I see you, I see, Cam, other ones that you probably seen in the chat before. And I'm like, oh, I got like people like to watch me live? Like what? It was so foreign to me. And then to see how y'all like my content and stuff, it was a really really great thing, and I appreciate all the love and support that you give me, and that others give me as well on my stream as well, because you guys don't have to do that. Y'all could do anything else with your time, so I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, and even you know that whenever I can't watch for a while, I'll just even come in and say hey, and then I'll tell you I have what I have to do and I have to go and stuff.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate that. And I think it was really big for me to know that, like, even if they don't come in every single day, right? Every single time I stream, I know you guys are busy, right?
Yeah,
It was really important for me not to like abuse that, like expect every single time I go live y'all going to be there, you know? So I had to like it was a challenge for me for a little minute to like, be like, well, if I don't have them, who am I going to talk to, but that was really big for me. But do you have any questions for me as far as like just anything with the content or whatever?
well, not really. But do you want to see something I made as soon as I got 100 subscribers?
Yeah, go ahead.
I made a little plaque
Oh
that
wow.
would burned it 100 subs.
Dang, that's crazy. Wow. Oh my goodness. Nah, that's hey, congratulations, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what's crazy? I believe you and Cam, and it might be somebody else, are like the youngest people I've ever like had on my live. Like when you first told me like how old you was and stuff like that, I was like, y'all watch me? Because my content is not really, cater to that. So, I was like, wow. And I think I remember, I was like, I'm not gonna cuss this stream. And I remember you telling me like, it's okay. I was like, yeah, because it was very like weird. Is there any type of content though that you would like to see me do?
Gaming would be pretty cool, like Madden.
Okay, so back to the old roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Madden stuff. Um, yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it. Obviously, with college football coming back, last year and stuff like that. Like, it's really, really exciting time. I've definitely been thinking about that. but on the streaming side of things, like I think that'd be pretty cool. Like I even had an idea like do a 24-hour stream one day, Who knows? I don't know if that would ever happen, but like do something like that or do some away from my house instead of you guys just seeing me in this room right here, like seeing me outside and interacting with others and seeing my family and stuff like that. And yeah, I've also been thinking about that. But I also have a question for you, right? With my YouTube channel, I'm gonna make this announcement to everybody. Um, I will not be doing the regular reactions no more. So for now on, you guys will still get the shorts and TikToks of me reacting to highlights or whatever, but it'll be more of me talking to the camera about the game after the game didn't end it, how I feel about things, such and such like that. How do you feel about that?
I like the idea, but you could still do a reaction like every now and then. But yeah,
Like for the big games,
yeah.
like for the like the or like playoffs and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely will still do that. The But one big reason why I stopped doing this, and if you ever want to do reactions, I'm gonna let you know this. The NFL does not like you using their content at all. So a lot of times you might like when I'm on live and like you guys be like, "Hey, you should react to this game." And a lot of times I kind of like, I don't know. It's because the NFL either will take your whole video down so nobody can see it, or they will block it from half the world. So it's like, So that's why when it comes to college football, um, I'm really glad that you guys love that content because I'm a huge college football fan. I love it. And with them, they're a lot more unstrict, right? There are a lot more YouTube channels that post highlights instead of just one. So, yeah, I'm super glad that you guys like that. And with the gaming stuff, I've been thinking about making a comeback. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna do it on the stream or like make a video about it or something like that, But I also have a question. Do you watch my YouTube?
Yes.
You do? I have a lot of videos out there. Do you have like a go-to video?
Your first podcast, 100%.
Oh, my first podcast. You know what's crazy about that? I was gonna start a podcast 2 years ago with one of my good friends, right? But every time we wanted to record, we was always busy. He was busy. He had just started a family, right? He just had his first daughter. And I was going through the transitional period in my content. So we never were able to get on board. And then like I forgot, I think it was J Mod. He was like, "Yo, you should do a podcast." And so I called him up. I'm like, "Yo, how you feel about a podcast?" He was like, "I can't do it. I got another kid." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm talking about for me." And he was like, "Yes." Like, do it now. I was like, I don't know if people gonna like it and stuff like that. And I remember you gave a shout out to you, by the way, Evan, because you probably did not even know this at the time, but you said you was like you should put on your second channel, and I never thought about it like that. And so I was like, I can put on my second channel, but I gotta rebrand it. It can't be Football Talk Gaming because it's not gaming anymore. I don't repost gaming anymore. So I was like, you know what? I gotta think of some names. I try to figure out some names what would be good for this and that. And so I came up with the name off the field. Now I wasn't gonna put my real name in it, right? You guys probably didn't even know my. Did you know my real name before the podcast came out?
I think I did. I think you mentioned it once or twice in a live.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So I wasn't gonna put my name in it, but I felt like because it's a podcast, I want you guys to know me more, right? And so that's why I put the name in it. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I first put out that first episode, I was so nervous. I'm like, what if nobody watches this? what if I just, recorded this thing for nothing? But then the next day before I went live for you guys, the support was crazy. It was crazy. Evan, you was the first one on the TikTok live saying, I watch your podcast." I was like, "Oh,
And I do just
wow."
want to come
Like
in.
I didn't even know that.
I want to reinstate it that I did not mean co-host. I meant a guest.
Oh, when you asked me, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
when you asked me, I'm not really doing like the
Yeah.
co-host thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a guest, and it was super interesting to see like how many people actually like the podcast,
Yeah.
and like what I talked about and stuff like that. I do got another question for you. With my have you like been in my lives when I do my story times?
Yes.
What do you think about them?
I like them.
That was another thing I got that idea from you guys. You know, you guys was in the chat and you was like, you should do a story time. It's like, wow, okay, I'm gonna do a story time, and I think the first story time I did was, I don't think I was on live on TikTok at the time. I think I was just on Twitch, and my first ever mod, J Mod, he was like, do one when I was in a canoe. I went to a camp when I was younger. It was, you stay there for a week, and at the end of the week, since we're the older kids, we go on a canoe trip. Well, a camp canoe trip. And that was my first time ever being in a canoe, okay? Now, I can swim okay. I'm not the greatest, obviously, but I'm decent, right? And that experience right there, that whole week, for one, you didn't have no phone. You had to leave your phone with your parents or your grandparents or whatever. For two, I didn't know them people. I didn't know anybody that was in my camp. They was all from different schools, whatever, right? And that canoe trip, I was with somebody that nobody liked. She was so mean. So mean to everybody. For, I don't know, for whatever reason, she was just a mean girl, right? Now she's behind me on this canoe trip. She's behind me, you know, and as we're getting in the deeper waters, I hear somebody say, "There's a gator," and my heart just sunk. I was like, "What you mean is a gator?" And then one of our camp counselors, right? I had just met her that morning, by the way. She goes, "If you fall in the water, you gotta know how to swim because it's too deep for our life jackets." What do you mean it's too, we're in the middle of the, you just gonna tell us this now? And within matters of seconds, I see my friend and his canoe buddy, they tip over. And as I look to my right of me, I just see a figure going in like this. And it's coming towards us. I told the girl behind me, I said, "I think there's a gator on us." And she goes, "What?" I was like, "I think there's a gator on us. I could be wrong, but I think it is. So what we need to do is not panic." And guess what happens? She panics. And she starts shaking the canoe and everything. And the gator is literally coming right towards me. And I'm sitting there like, oh like, I got my little, I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to hit it at, but I'm going to hit it.
Because I'm about to
She
die.
stands up. Yeah, yes, yes. The worst thing, I'm going to tell you this. If you've never been in a canoe before, right? You have, one of the worst things they told us, don't stand up. Because if you stand up, the weight shifts because you're sitting down. The one behind you is standing up. She stands up and is screaming. She's in tears. She's crying. Of course, she doesn't want to die. I don't want to die. But I can't panic. I can't be the one that's panicking too. When she jumps up, she's tall. She's tall and skinny. She's not, a bigger girl. But she's tall and skinny. I turned around and I'm looking up and I look back and I see our canoe is doing this. And I'm thinking in my head, why I got to die with somebody I don't like? Yeah, like why all these people? I could have been on the canoe with this girl over here. She was really nice. Like why? I don't want to die with somebody I don't like. So I'm thinking in my head, I don't want to do this, but if it comes to it, I'm pushing her in the water. and I'm I'm just gonna do this as fast as I can to get away. I'm pushing her in the water, right? And so she goes, "What are you gonna do?" And I said, "What you mean? What am I gonna do?" She was like, "You're the man. Like you have to defend us from an Alec. Where am I gonna defend you with?" She goes, "Your pedal." Okay, so what if he bites it off? What we gonna do then? She goes, "You gonna jump in the water and save us?" What? And I had a girlfriend at the time, by the way, when this happened. She was, back at home. It's summertime, right? She's working, whatever. I told her I would not even save my girlfriend at this moment for an alligator. Like, would you, like, if you're in that situation, you with your girl, you with your girlfriend, and there's an alligator coming towards you guys? What do you think you would do?
I don't have to swim fast. All I gotta do is swim faster than her.
I mean, hey, somebody gotta live to tell the story. Somebody gotta live to tell what happened. We both can't be gone. And so the alligator kind of goes but like right beside our canoe, but like far away from us that it's not, going to attack us. Here's the other problem though. That was the baby. Now the mama sees the baby like towards us, and it thinks that we're trying to harm the baby. Now I'm for panic. Cause I see the mama, and the mama is about like this. Like I see her head is sticking out the water like this. And my other two friends, right? They're the class clowns, okay? We as the class clowns, right? All three of us together. But they like to like play around. Like they was shaking their canoes and stuff, like, hitting each other with the stick, like Star Wars and stuff. Like, I got you, And they ran into our canoe and we flipped over.
Rule number one:
When we flipped over,
don't
what you say?
don't make any movements because the alligator can feel the water.
That is so true. Here's the thing. I did not realize how heavy a canoe was, right? Now, before this, we did go into like this water, like clear water, and they flipped us, like so we can simulate like what would happen if we get flipped. But this is water that's deep. Our life jackets are not going to float us up. That's what the lady just said. Like, we got to know how to swim a little bit. None of us had swimming lessons. We can, you know what I mean? Like, you can swim in a pool. There's a difference between swimming in a pool and a lake or ocean or whatever. There's different limits, right? We're in the middle of this lake. It's a big lake in the middle. When I flipped over, the girl that was on my canoe with me, she then tells me this. This is what terrified me more than the alligators or anything. I can't swim. No. So not only do I got to make sure I'm good, when we flipped over, the canoe was over us. So I had to lift up the canoe, make sure she's good, try to get back up. Like, I'm like, oh my, like, what are we going to do? My two friends, the class clowns, right? They're kind of bigger guys. So I'm like, I'm screaming. I'm like, help, help. They think I'm playing. I don't know why they thought I was playing around. I'm in the water. Like, what am I playing about? These two guys, and I never will forget this. They looked at me and said, "You got it, man." And they kept on canoeing. And she's panicking. She's full out. She's had a panic attack. As she's having a panic attack, the alligator that was like the baby alligator turns around because it hears all the noise and stuff, right? And it's now coming towards her. The mama alligator is coming towards me. This one's coming towards her. At that point in time, I told her, "Yeah, we about to die. Like it's over. You know, it's over for us." Luckily enough, one of my other homeboys that I had just met, his name was Jeff, right? He's, by the way, he's my friend to this day, which is crazy. This happened like when I was like a freshman in high school, and we're friends now. Like, we're best friends today. Jeff comes out of nowhere with his canoe and says, "Hold on to it." I said, "Okay." He gets me back on, gets me on his. And we're looking at the girl. She's panicking still. And in our heads, for a brief second, guys, I don't want you to think I'm a bad guy. We kind of thought about maybe she don't have to be on the boat. Like maybe we could leave her. You know what I mean? Like, we could leave her, right? Like, and by the way, he was experienced with canoeing. Like, his dad owned a canoe place. So he was the only one that was by himself on his canoe. So when I get up there, now we got to try to save her. Here's the thing. She was panicking so much, right? Her life jacket was all the way up here on her throat. So it's choking her. Now if we pull it, it's gonna choke her even more, right? Now we gotta think, how are we gonna get her out of the water? And so my guy Jeff, he was like, I can swim the best. I'm gonna get in the water and I'm gonna push her up and you grab her arms. And I said, "You think it's gonna work?" He was like, "We got like 2 seconds because this alligator is literally right there." He jumps in the water, pushes her legs up. I grab her arms, put her back in the canoe. Now you would think she would thank us for saving her life, right? She complains. She said, "Why you didn't do it fast enough? You just gonna leave
Go.
me?" I started just to push her back. Like, just go back. Just ain't nobody going. I'm gonna say she tripped. We tried to get her in the canoe. She fell out. I ain't know
Alligator.
what to do. I panicked. Yeah. The alligator was like, "Oh, free meal." When we get in his canoe, it was probably like the scariest experience ever. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he knows how to canoe. He's talking to us like we know how to canoe. So he's like, "All right, go to the right." And we're looking at him like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, No, go to your left. When I say right, you go left." Okay. So when you say left, I go right. No, you stay left. Like, I want to go home. Like, I want to stop this. We finally get to the campsite. Guess what happens next? We don't have any marshmallows.
You have to go back.
Well, we can't at this point because it's so far away from where we're at. And so they're like, we can make graham crackers. You can eat the graham crackers. All right, bet. So now we get into our camp. I think it was maybe like 4 or 5 of us in the camp, in the little camps, right? A bear came in. Not came in ours, but I saw his shadow. Cause I'm literally right at where the door is of the. And I'm like, "Is that a bear?" But I can't wake other people up, because if I do that, they're going to panic. And then the bear's just going to rip us apart. I'm like, you mean to tell me? And I looked up to the sky for the first time. God, why? I just passed the test of the alligator. Now you going to make me pass the test of a bear? Like, what is happening here? This is why I don't go camping. The bear goes looking for food, but we don't have any. It goes to the campsite of the girls on that side. And it starts like doing this to one of the tents. The girls all start screaming. And I'm sitting there looking at it. And I'm like, "Don't scream." I'm like, "Don't scream." Because the bear might like turn around, be like, "Oh, who's there? Oh, hey." One of the girls runs. Now I might can run away from a bear, but I know she can't. Right? She's not fast at all. And she trips. She trips over like a little tree branch. So now I have to distract the bear. I didn't want to do this. Like, I didn't even want to go on this canoe trip in the first place. I would have been good just staying where we was at. So now I'm going out there. I'm like, what do I do to distract this bear? So you know what I do? I get a pine cone and I throw it at him. Now,
That was not smart.
it wasn't at all, because as soon as I threw it at him, the bear turned around and its eyes locked on me. So you know what I did? I panicked, you know. I didn't have friends after this moment, by the way, because I jumped into our tent and everybody woke up in my tent and was like, "What is happening?" I was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I threw a pine cone at a bear and it saw me go into this tent. So y'all going down with me. You know, like we're all going down together. I'm not gonna be mauled to death. We all gonna be mauled to death." And everybody in my tent goes, "You sent the bear to our tent?" Hey, I panicked, okay? I didn't know what to do. Where am I gonna run? I'm not gonna run away from a bear I just aggravated. No. The bear starts shaking our tent. I've never been more scared. Just imagine you're on a roller coaster ride and you're getting all the way to the top and you know you about to go down and it gets stuck. And you're in the front row. The panic I had. We're all screaming, by the way. Everybody getting out their tent. Everybody's trying to distract the bear away from us. But nobody wants to get close to the bear until my guy Jeff. My guy Jeff pulls out a pocket knife. And he start like scraping the wood of the tree, like to get his attention. And so it turned around. He was like, "Here, come on." And when the bear starts running towards him, he gets out of the way and the bear falls into the lake. Now there's a fight. This one right, I wish I had footage of this. The bear and the alligator start going at it. That we had just, went by. I was so lucky that those two things right there. That was my first story time that I told. Looking back at it, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have like a crazy like experience or?
I do have one. Alright. So, me and my best friend slash cousin, he actually just passed away last year, but yeah.
Rest in peace.
Me and
man.
him were actually going to the woods trying to find a place to build a fort. So he was set on 2 stories. I was like, let's just keep it one. We can have a roof and everything. Start building, found a good thing. And there's just all sticks in the front. So he puts a ladder because he really wanted that second floor. Put a chair up there, everything's going fine. I go up there. That's the mistake. I do it a couple times.
Yeah.
I do it a couple times. I go down a tree, I climb down that, I go up there. I walk in the wrong place. 1 stick, 2 legs.
No.
I fell right between.
Oh man. Oh.
And then I kind of hit and fall off.
Ooh.
Straight off the
those are
fort
ones like.
and onto my back.
Oh my goodness. Like when it first happened, right? Did it hit you like right away? Like did it hit you, or was it kind of like it was a delay?
Yeah, it was like it took a second. It was like I have my lights put into my PlayStation. My PlayStation is turned off, so the lights turned off.
Okay, you good. So, oh my god, like I could not. Oh, see, those are one of my biggest fears, like going to the woods or something like that. Like, well, especially with my friends that I have, like we're jokesters, right? We joke around like pretty much all the time. So like one of us like tripped. Like the other day, one of my friends named Jacob, he tripped. He was he was going up the stairs and tripped. And so we all laughed, made fun of him and stuff. Well, guess what happened? About 5 minutes later, I'm coming down the stairs and I tripped and I fell down every stair. My back was in so much pain. It was in so much pain. And so we all joked around about that. And we've talked about like going on a camping trip one day. I'm not doing that with them because they have told me this multiple times. If they see an animal that they know can kill them, they're throwing me to it. I was like, wait, you're sacrificing me? In a heartbeat. Yes, we are.
Good friends.
And I was like, why would you sacrifice me? Because you don't have no kids. I am an uncle. Like, I can take care of you. Never mind. And now I start thinking about I can't. No, no. And like, and another crazy thing about us in high school, I was voted most likely to have kids, multiple kids.
Wait,
I'm the only one in my high school that don't have kids.
how many subscribers do you have?
On
Yeah.
YouTube, I actually could check right now. Give me a second. I have 975.
Well, you have 975 kids then.
Yeah, that is a way to think about it. That is a crazy way to think about it. And by the way, with the 900s, like when I
Spread
got to that
around.
900 subscriber mark, what was that?
You said it's probably spread around, or is it on one account?
Yeah, yeah. With the 900, when I got to that 900 number, I ain't know what to do. I was like, do I tell people? I don't want to tell, like, I don't want to go on live on my live stream and be like, and like gloat about it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to feel like, make you guys feel like, oh, I got this by myself, this and that. That's why I always thank you guys in my live streams and stuff like that. But when I got that 900, it just felt like different. Like, I just felt like a different person, you know? And I mean that in a good way, not like in like a, oh, okay, so I know how to do this. No, because I was like, I'm finally getting like some recognition. You know what I mean? Like I'm finally feel like I'm getting that. And then I got support from other content creators, right? That's in my niche or whatever. And it felt really good. And I'm so glad when we first came on here, you gave me my flowers and stuff like that. And I always say this, without you guys, I'm not making content. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel right without you guys. So that's why I really am thankful for, all the support that you guys show me, whether it's on my TikTok, whether it's on my YouTube. Interesting enough, a lot of people don't even know I have a YouTube channel on my TikTok. Cause a lot of people like comment, like still to this day, like, where's the full video? Oh, you should post on YouTube. And I used to be like, oh my god, I've been posting on YouTube for how long? And you telling
Yeah.
me this? Oh my god, I feel so bad right now. So bad. And interesting enough, one of my most viewed videos on YouTube was on accident. It was the how to get 99 overall player. I believe it was like Madden 20 or something like that. Me and my friend John, shout out to him by the way. He streams on Twitch and stuff too. We used to like FaceTime and like do franchise mode with each other, right? And just one day he was like, "Yo, I can show you how to get 99 overall. Like your whole team could be a 99." I was like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And he showed me it. Later that night, I'm like, I don't know what to post. Like, the franchise mode, that career is pretty much over. I don't know what to post. I posted that video. I want to say that within maybe like an hour or so, it was already at 500 viewers. That at that point in time for me, well, that was huge. I had never gotten a video even over 100 viewers, and then it went to 1,000 the next day, and then I started getting comments. Oh, this video is so great, da da da. And then I got one comment that was like, "This video is trash. You didn't really explain this, da da da." And I explained to him, how I was able to, do this. And that right there, that probably kept me on YouTube for as long as I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for man, it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute. It's definitely been a little minute. But on the content side of things, back to that, like what's your next step? Like what you're looking for next?
To start posting more big videos instead of just short, short, short. And one thing that I do notice is I would say my videos explode because they kind of go up and then they just even out. Like I have 1.8 and then it just nothing.
Yeah, I can kind of briefly talk about that too. I'm glad you bring that up. Um, yeah, a lot of times with the shorts and stuff like that, like you would get a very high growth. Like once you first post your short, and then it kind of like would just flatline. And for me personally, posting on TikTok helped out with that because I saw that when I post on TikTok, some people actually find my YouTube channel and like start to watch the short on YouTube. And now they're watching multiple shorts on YouTube on my channel. And so it was crazy. And crazy enough, this happened maybe last night. For the first time on the homepage, I saw my YouTube video.
Hmm. Yeah, that happened to me. While back, and I got so excited. I ran over, showed my dad. I showed my brother. I was so excited to see that.
Yeah, I ain't know what to think. At first, I'm like, maybe I'm on my shorts. Maybe I'm on my page. That's why it's showing up. But then I'm like, no, it's not. And then somebody sent me a screenshot actually. And they was like, you know, you're on my homepage, right? I was like, what? And this is somebody that I hadn't talked to in probably about 4 years. And they DM me. They was like, yo, you know, I'll be seeing you on TikTok a lot. You know, you're on YouTube homepage, right? It's like, what? And now, when it comes to my shorts and stuff, like, I know how to edit my shorts, right? And you probably realize that now as you know watch my TikToks and stuff over the time period. But I want to know this from you when it comes to shorts and stuff like that. Do you do your titles first or do you just go ahead and record a video?
Well, I record the video, then I just put the rapper's name, and then I'll do hashtags like edit and stuff like that. Cause I do a lot of
Okay. See,
rappers for my stuff,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
famous people.
See what the crazy thing about that? I never could get in the habit of doing the title first and then recording because I always feel like I'm very in like I don't know what to do sometimes. Like I don't know like what type of content I'm gonna have and stuff like that. So it's always very like weird sometimes. You know what I mean? By the way, Evan, your stuff froze. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. Hey, Evan, can you hear me? One second, guys. Let me see if I can get Evan back. He was out. Hello? I'm doing good. About to finish recording this podcast. You outside? Alright, love you. Alright. See. Alright, we back.
Alright, hey man.
Sorry about the technical difficulties right
Yeah,
there. I'm not sure what happened. Did it just close out for you or what?
that's what it did.
Oh, okay, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, it just
Um
restarted the timer for me.
Oh, okay. That's alright. That's alright. You know, I got all the footage and stuff. It's cool. But yeah, I think we was talking about content. With titles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do you think you will ever do like long form videos?
yeah. I'm actually trying to start doing that soon.
Okay. Are you going to do like similar to your shorts, like your YouTube shorts, or different?
And I might just do some like maybe behind the scenes of editing, and then doing like outside stuff, like hunting videos and stuff. Because I don't know if people like you show BB guns and stuff, but
Oh, okay.
mhm.
Okay. There's lots of, like cool like videos and stuff I be seeing with hunting and stuff like
Yeah,
that. You can do tutorials like, how to do this with the gun or, stuff like that, like, safety, that's a big one nowadays, you know what I mean? Especially how this world is. So yeah, I can definitely see like you doing maybe some tutorials on how to record this type of video, stuff like that. Um, that's great. That's great to hear. It's actually something I've been thinking of too, of going back to tutorials, like showing you guys how to set up a stream or set things up like that. I've definitely been thinking about that. But before we wrap up here, what was it? Um, let's see. Oh, do you remember? No, 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 no. What was your first reaction when you saw my videos? Like, what was your initial thing?
this guy's pretty cool. I'm gonna watch him more, kind of in every.
Did you think I was overly hyped like about things? Like I went too crazy, or was it
No,
kind of
there's
like a
so many people nowadays that'll be screaming into their mic and stuff about stuff, and it just loud. But I think you have a pretty even amount because some people will be like, "Yay, yay, they scored," and then you got people that'll scream straight into their mic about it. You're kind of an even pace on pretty good.
yeah? You know what's crazy? My first couple of reactions that you probably would see, like my old ones, I was very even killed. Like I didn't want to like scream or I didn't want to act. I didn't want to put on the act, you know. And then I was like, you know what? Cause like how I am in real life, like how you see me when I do my reactions, that's exactly how I am. If you was to be with me, like side by side with me, watching the game, that's how I am. I'm just like that, you know. When somebody catches a pass, oh my, I'm going crazy, this and that. Like I remember, I believe it was Georgia and Ohio State, playoff game when Georgia beat the brakes off of TCU in championship a couple years ago. I remember when the dude missed the kick for Ohio State, I ran like in my house, like running, like, are you sick? No way! Like I'm going crazy and stuff like that. And so what I do now is more tame than how it probably is in real life for me, but it's definitely like something that's like I want to keep. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people know me as the person that gets hyped and stuff like that. Or some people nowadays knows me as the Dak Prescott hater. You know, whether you believe that or not, that's up for
I
debate.
do
But
not like the
yeah,
cowgirls.
you see, don't nobody how they're America's favorite team. They're America's favorite team, and they lose every year. At this point in time, America's just losing. You know, it's just over. But yeah, hey man, I appreciate you joining the podcast, man. Shout out to you. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all your socials and stuff in the description down below. This is going out tomorrow at 4. Like regular. Yeah, man, I really appreciate you coming and wanting to join the podcast and checking out all my videos and stuff like that. Yeah, shout out to you, man. You make some really good content as well. I check you out on the stream. And that's the least I can do for you guys that support me. Yeah, I just really appreciate you, man. You have any last words to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. Appreciate you, man. This is the Off the Field podcast with your boy Jason. First guest on the podcast. Shout out to Evan, man. Like I said, all his links are going to be in the description down below. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you give him a subscribe. And when you do, let them know that you're from here. You know what I mean? Love you guys. See you guys in episode. What is this? Episode 5, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Appreciate you guys. Oh, hey, by the way, Evan, I'm streaming tonight also, so make sure you if you can join the stream as
Yeah, I'll
well.
join up.
See you guys in the next one.